recreate and restart. Hi Suresh, good evening.
Hi.
So Suresh and Vinu, meanwhile others are joining. So if you have any stock analysis, just let me know. I can we can do it. Do the analysis live. You can put it on the post. You can put it on the comments. Meanwhile, we'll be doing Nifty and Bank Nifty analysis today, and we'll be also doing a stock analysis on the cards.
Sure. Can we start with the Tata Motors?
Tata Motors, good stock. Yeah. Let me share my screen. Just give me a moment.
Sure. Thank you.
I hope my screen is visible. Okay.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. So, taking a look at Tata Motors. Auto segment is the index itself is at all-time high. If you would see, so this is Tata Motors weekly. So even on the weekly trend, you can very well see that it is on an uptrend, right? So
Yes.
the last low was made was 63, and then lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high formation on a continuous round basis. So keeping that in mind, so we might also be seeing the auto index correlating with Nifty's movement. But currently, people are not sure under Nifty what is going to happen because it is at all-time high, right? So if I take you through the auto sector index, I'm on the same weekly data. Let's go to auto. So auto, if you see, on a weekly basis, it was like 3 weeks of consolidation. So it stood on a range for the past 3 weeks. It did see some rejection in the week before, but this week currently, I'm not sure. This could have happened with the Nifty being breaching the 19k levels. So this what happens of from the 14,500. Now it is standing very strong at 15,800. Now you should be beware of a few things here if you are into the auto segment. So this range has been broken, right? Again, auto is still into an uptrend. It is also correlating with whatever Tata Motors is. Low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. That's what it's been doing. So on every high being breached, it's taking a dip, and every high being breached, it's taking a dip. Likewise, the high is taken out. Now watch for the auto segment to return back to its own segment towards these levels. Now, if you would have attended my OB's session, we would have marked, we would have thought how to mark out the base candles and how to expect the demands and supplies, right? So on this case, if you are going to see any sort of indication that there is profit booking coming below, let me mark this line, and I'm gonna set alerts towards the Telegram channel where this is gonna happen. So I'll name it auto segment breaching weekly low. So when this gets triggered into our Telegram channel, maybe we can try to set up some initiatives on the auto segment. Like coming back to Tata Motors case, right? So Tata Motors, if you would see, I bet it has already achieved the target from its breach out, and it is still going on strong, right? So if you see, this is a very good compression. The resistance and support, it kept on compressing. The resistance level came down and down and down, and then it had a breach with a very good gap up, and it stood for a consolidation on these three candles. If you focus on these three, it was a consolidation and it went up, consolidation and went up. So one thing that you have to notice here is, after a high being breached, there wasn't sufficient enough retracement that was there from the auto segment, right? So we need to check that this is not setting into the correlation. Again, a high being taken out, but there is no retest that is happening here, right? So Tata Motors, if you'd see, I think it is barely sitting at a very good supply zone. This was the previous supply zone that was marked. So if you see, this came in, supply zone is coming from February 2015, right? So now again, if you go over the monthly data, just monthly data, let's keep it simple. April, May, June. Tata Motors, pardon me for my voice, I have very bad throat and I'm sick. So monthly data from April, May, June, continuous 3 months, everybody's in profit in Tata Motors. When I say everybody, it includes the institutions, it includes the hedgers, it includes everybody who are on bet with Tata Motors, right? So what should you expect? Expect a retracement somewhere in between these lines from the last swing low, and taking into notion that we are sitting at the very good high supply level, we should be very cautious on going longs on such sort of position in Tata Motors. And looking at the daily candle, right? So we never miss to look at the RSI on whatever timeline we are sitting in. So even the daily time frame, it's still an uptrend, but the last daily had a open equal to low, meaning the buyers are very strong and they have breached the previous 586, which was the previous high. And now you can take this as consolidation. All these phases, you can very well take this as consolidation, and it is a breach. Now, what to expect in Tata Motors on the daily time frame, right? So, the supply zone is here, not just one supply zone. I want you to note that point. We are sitting on two supply zones, right? This was a fresh supply zone that was plotted on February 15th, and from there was a very huge fall in Tata Motors till the levels of 286 until the same November. Again, it went up to the same level. Now it has been breached. Now the understanding of orders here is that once all these orders are being absorbed, it is taken down. This is what is called as rise on sell. This is what exactly is rise on sell. Now I strongly believe that there are enough sell orders, at least to a very minimal amount, not compared to whatever happened here, right? So there are sufficient sell orders waiting at Tata Motors here, and if there is a breach, then on a monthly time frame, even if you see, this is still going on a very good uptrend. This might go on a very good uptrend, right? So that's the view on Tata Motors. Plus, if you can take the Fibonacci, let me delete everything. Okay, if I delete, there will be the alerts will also go, right? So if I take the Fibonacci levels and breach to the last high that is here, if you see 38.2 is where it came down and it started to go up. So Tata Motors currently sitting at the third resistance zone. We should be cautious on sitting here. Cool. Next is we'll go to Asian Paints. Asian Paints looking good on the monthly. If you see, pardon me, sorry. So Asian Paints, if you see, it is looking good very much on a monthly basis. So there were resistances from September 21. There was resistance at January 22 at the same level. That is what I want you to note down. Whenever the stock is resisting at the same level, so note down that level, and if at all that level is breached, your understanding should be, okay, there are no more sell orders being ready for that layer to be absorbed, and hence it is being taken out, right? So if you go over and see, this is the demand level for Asian Paints on a monthly basis. This has been picked not once but twice, even thrice, right? So the third time it came, it had sufficient enough buy orders and it started to go up and up and up. But this is where I want you to be also cautious on the same lines. There is something called as triple top, 1, 2, 3, right? So after a good uptrend rally, when you are seeing triple tops, wait for the stock to react. Don't go behind the price, don't go running behind the price. Wait for the stock to react. All I want you to focus is towards what is the candle is being plotted, what is the price is talking to us at that particular point of zone. So if you are able to catch that thing, then you are very good to look out for. So Asian Paints, if you would ask me, the definition here is it's into sideways completely. This is an accumulation zone. I could clearly say this is an accumulation zone. I would mark myself wrong and I would change myself into a distribution If and only if the monthly levels of Asian Paints, which is 2546, is breached, only then I will be calling it as an distribution zone. Distribution zone is nothing but they did enough buying, right? They did enough buying and now they are into the sell mode. That is what I want you to understand. But the monthly RSI is not looking good on Asian Paints. The weekly RSI is correlation with the price, but there is a change of correlation in the daily RSI. So if I reset the chart and if I share you, see the RSI is the RSI is going lower highs, right? The price is going higher highs, and this is a supply zone on Asian Paints. If you see, this is a supply zone, right? Now whatever I did here, I did not see this candle and mark. There is a good good upside rally and there was a very sudden fall. When you mark that, that is the only reason that you are seeing a shooting star at this point of time. So that's the analysis on Asian Paints for you. Now a subscriber from the YouTube here asked for Tata Steel. Let's go for Tata Steel. Yeah, pardon me for my analysis because I've been holding on to few of the chart markings because I don't want to lose it. So that's the case. Let me simplify this chart for you, right? Let me simplify this, and if I could draw one simple resistance level, it could be this. So if you would ask me what is happening in Tata Steel on a weekly time frame, if that is the case, Tata Steel is facing rejections and Tata Steel will be going high only above 116 in that case. So it's been jumping down the lane up and up and up. It is on a weekly downtrend, but these, like I marked, these are areas of imbalances that came from the bottom. If I take a Fibonacci, mark it at the low, fix it at the high, this is where the 161 level comes, right? So to our premium versus discount, if you have seen the video, look at the bounce at the 50% level and it is not even trying to go up past this high, indicating this is the weakness of the stock, right? You can look for opportunities into Tata Steel when it is breaking the swing high, which means the trend is kind of changing. Now if I combine all these candles, simple, I'll just switch over to the monthly time frame, and if you see, all these candles are areas of imbalance, right? So on a monthly time frame you could see this as a flag, on a weekly time frame you could see this as a downtrend, but the overall high brief area, unless or until this 125 aka 126, let's have it rounded, if this is not breached, then you are not going to see any sort of upside movements into Tata Steel, right? So anybody else have any okay, Shri has Lal Path Labs. Still the downtrend isn't over yet. It is still in that same pace. So now what I'm saying is downtrend isn't over yet on the weekly time frame. Let me delete it again and I'll give you a real proper explanation. So if you see, this was the last previous swing high. See, retracement, this is what I mean. Understand the trend. The trend is sufficient enough for you to make money in the market, if and only if you understand the upturns and the U-turns. So this 1852 was the last swing high of Lal Path Labs. Did it have a retest? Now remember the same case of Tata Motors, whatever I told you, right? Same case of Asian Paints. It never came down for a retracement. And where was the retracement came in? So this came in towards the year of 2022, and this high was broken in the year of 2020. It took 2 years of time for this stock to come down to that level to retest this. So to retest this previous high, right? Do you get me? Now if I can go into a perfect Paka detail and I can very well mark you the demand zone. If I mark these are going to be my good demand zones. If you see here, it's a first bounce, it's a second bounce, and the demand is all being picked up. What kind of a retracement is this? So take from the low, hit to the high, and you can see this is at the golden level, right? Any stock coming towards the golden level or to the 50% market, breaching above the 50% and breaching the previous swing low, that's going to be the trend change into the stock, right? So for Lal Path Labs, sitting on a weekly time frame, so whatever I'm trying to say here, only on a weekly time frame and not on a daily or a intraday time frame, right? So this is the last swing high 2744. Until or unless this level is broken, Lal Path Lab is not going to be bullish. Cool. So let's add RSI into the catch. Now RSI has a double bottom, Lal Path Labs has a double bottom after a downtrend, and there are good candlesticks that I'm seeing in the weekly. Now if there is one swing opportunity that I'm looking at Lal Path Labs, I would definitely head over to the daily time frame, right? Mark this as the cool good resistance. Let me mark this as resistance, and I would see if the stock is taking a breach on this level, and this is my first upcoming sell zone on the stock. This is on a very medium sell zone. Reason being, why do I say that this is a sell zone on the upper side resistance is because high low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, a new high has been breached, right? A retracement, again a new high. So what you should expect here, expect a retracement, and then if it is breaching this high, watch out for this supply on Lal Path Labs. Cool. So that's the analysis on Lal Path Labs. So going over to Hero Motor. Pardon me. I'll delete everything. We'll go for a weekly review. Weekly is best if you want to go over and take a decision into the stock. Weekly time frame is so best, and it will give you clear cut clarity. It will try to remove the noise from the market. It will try to remove the noise from your head. Everything will happen on that weekly time frame, right? So Hero Motors on a weekly time frame, yes, it is trying to break this previous swing high, and I wouldn't consider any data past this. I wouldn't consider any data way beyond 2020. So if you are looking for a weekly time frame, I would suggest that a year of data is sufficient enough. Right, so this is the last previous swing high. As you can see, Hero Motors tried to break the swing high, but it was not strong enough. Simple thumb rule, whatever I say, wicks on top, sellers, wicks on bottom, buyers. Look at this one single hammer wick and look at where the stock tried to went. But the happy news on Hero Motors is we do have an engulfing candle on this level, right? But there are continuous buying. So like we are sitting on the weekly. So how many week it was? So it was 9 weeks, 9 bars on the line, 9 weeks total bullishness, and I would take from this low to this high and see if it is again coming back to 38 or 5. Now adding to the RSI data, RSI is also coming from the oversold to the overbought, and any RSI by default it's gonna go over to 65 to 75, and that's what is gonna happen. If this 3092 is taken out, this is the sell level for Hero Motors in the upcoming levels. You could mark this as the sell level 32552 to 3510. That's a very good lovely number, folks. 3255 is a very lovely random number, right? And after a downtrend, there's a good double bottom. Usual double bottoms, if you manage this height, if I take this, manage this height, put it wherever it tries to beach, it is going very close to the previous swing high, right? So for now, Hero Motors, looking on a weekly time frame, it's trying to breach, but 3029 is a way where we need to keep our eyes on. Let me fix a good alert number here on Hero Motors. Hero Motors weekly 3029 crossing. Where this alert will be triggered? It will be triggered to the Telegram channel. Cool. So we'll go over to Zeal from Suresh's request. Oh, Zeal is sitting at a very good support. This is a very good support is what I try to call. It's a very good support. But yet, I still strongly believe that there can be a tap on this space too. Reason I'll say, so this was the fall, the Corona fall, and it left a few good candles, few good base candles, and then there was buying coming in this candle. If you could see, April 20 on Monday, there was a good buying coming in. There are wicks on top, there are wicks on bottom. The first drop head here, and it started to zoom. It never came back. So watch out for this level if you are going to look into Zeal, right? So this is a very good trend line, and this is a key last swing high that you can watch for Zeal. The last swing high is going to be 23, 203 and 220. But still, I'm not satisfied with the RSI that is being plotted here, because it is trying to break this previous week's low. But unless or until if the price is trying to cross any of these candles, because on a daily time frame, if you would watch this sell zone, this is sitting at a very good sell zone. Unless or until this sell zone is crossed, we are not trying to gauge the market at any point, at least gauge the stock. Now looking at Zeal, there is something that you need to add into confluence. That's nothing but the media. Look at auto, look at thing. So media, you seem to find the same pattern, right? Same descending triangle, trying to sit at the same demand level. For the same demand level, there is a previous demand level over here, right? So this is the demand level. It got picked once, but it neglected the third. Same with Zeal. If you see with Zeal, that's the same story here that is happening. This is the first demand, picked once, but it did not come here, right? Look at the correlation. So if the index is correlated with the stock, that's how you try to put things into the market, right? Now it's time for the Nifty. Cool. So what's Nifty is doing? Just give me a moment. Yeah, let me delete everything so that I can very well do this again. Yes, Nifty looking at price action. So if you take this is the last swing high. Just a moment, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. So Nifty, coming to the moment, is last swing high is being breached. But would you accept that this is a very good last swing high that is taken out? Definitely not, right? So there were wicks on top, it fell. So what level it did retrace from the previous swing low? Our discount level. Whatever is at 50 to 618, consider it discount. From a discount, something urgency into the cases of Nifty, right? And whatever happened was, it has a clear breach on the last swing high. On weekly time frame, it has a very good engulfing, similar to the auto sector. Looking at a weekly time frame, a monthly time frame, this is some sort of a crucial price action that has been part of Nifty. So if you try to join this, and if you try to join these lines, you can call it a pennant, you can call it a flagpole. But for the past 3 months, April, May, June, right? The Q2 has been, money has been inflowing here. There has been no profit booking coming in, right? Even like if you see, say, this is 18, what was the high? 18604, breached 18604 on a monthly time frame, yet it came down, it retraced. But whatever is here, it is a mix of good candles. There is a green, red, there is an upper side wick, there is a lower side wick. But clearly here, if you see, there are 3 candles right together. The highs, lows and the opens are opening next right to the top of everything. In that case, you need to be careful of, you need to watch for what is the profit that is coming into booking, right? See, give me just a frank answer. If you have been bought and if you are holding for let's say Nifty futures for the past 3 months and you see it's at all time high, would you at least book even 50% of the profit, or would you like to trail and keep it until the contract expires? You don't, right? You will try to trail the profits. So on that case, I would strongly wait for the July session to finish. Anything can happen at this space. India is getting good numbers, but still there are worrying numbers out there. And for the first time, if you see, the RSI line has been broken up. The price is going higher high, the RSI is going lower low, and it has gone up. So all we can do is the weekly consolidation, 1, 2, 3, 4. I would call this as consolidation even. This is a common area of consolidation on a resistance. You need to look at what is happening at the resistance too, right? So consolidation at the resistance, definitely profit booking can step in if you are seeing bearishness into the market. On that case, these will be the demand levels for Nifty that we are trying to mark here. So if at all Nifty is not adamant to go down, and if it wants to be happy, and if it wants to book some profits, these are the two demand levels that you need to watch for Nifty. So the demand levels stays from, the first level is from 18,458 to 18,060, and the second demand level is at 17,529 to 16,828, right? So this is the case of Nifty. For now, yes, Nifty is leading, and I always would, if you'd have followed my post on Telegram channel, I would always prefer to match with what is happening in mid cap and small cap, because moves first step in there and then it will step up. So if you see, this is a very good ascending triangle, and if I take over from the breakout, we might hit mid cap for, what was the level, 37,829, but I don't believe that, because my RSI is at 75. I'm seeing only green candles on mid cap. Even if on the weekly, if I take over all these 13 weeks consistent, it's just green and green and green only. There is nothing, not even a single retracement is coming here. So it's a time to watch. This is the time to watch what is happening into the market, right? Remember what I told you about the concepts of liquidity on the imbalance webinar. If you haven't watched it, please go to stockandprofits.com, go to the webinar section, and it's there, right? Also, this is not something that is properly into match. What is happening? The small cap is into a downtrend, but the mid cap and Nifty are into an uptrend, right? Don't you see that, okay, something is not correlating here? This is never into a correlation, right? And the RSI is at 72. It just takes only a few weeks to, since we are sitting in the weekly, it will take only a few weeks to hit the 80 number and then drop, right? So yes, that's the analysis. Keep a watch on small cap and mid cap if Nifty is breaching the high. So that's where you get your clues. Now heading back to Bank Nifty, where shall I start? Let's go to weekly time frame. Bank Nifty. Let me delete everything. This is a chart view. This is something that I strongly take apart from whatever we analyzed in Nifty. Every move that Bank Nifty is giving, it is giving a satisfied move. What do you mean by satisfied? All the price actions here are satisfying. I can see a proper retracement. Even though there is a green, I can see a proper retracement. There are mixed, I can see a proper retracement. Bank Nifty, like Money Control says, the only sector that is on a proper trend on a weekly time frame is the finance sector, right? And Bank Nifty players, if you are out there, yes, keep your watch on all these stocks, because after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks of consolidation, breaking the previous resistance, Bank Nifty has plotted a strong good Marubosu candle on the last week, which is the week of the June end. So expect retracements, right? Don't just directly jump into the price. See, whatever happened here, this was a high being breached. If you would have taken it, let's say you are holding for like more than 3 to 4 weeks, you would have, your stop loss would have hit, right? Again, what is happening? Look out for these spaces. These are the areas that I want you to focus for not losing the money on the other side. Cool. So that is the analysis on Bank Nifty. So yeah, pardon me, I'm kind of having a continuous cough. So watch out for retracements on Bank Nifty, Motor segment, and one more thing I should definitely say is the FMCG segment. What's happening here on FMCG? Don't you think this is on the same way? Although the weekly consolidation is still strong, we are seeing mixed candles and it is still on an uptrend. FMCG is still on an uptrend. It means it is giving you a probability, giving you an option to, okay, hey, I'm at all-time high, book my profits if you want to and be happy, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 means this is the July starting. Just don't consider that, right? And this is May. Yeah, this is the June candle. Yeah, Yeah, July month candle is gonna plot only on the next time. So there are 5 to 6 consistent month of profits onto the FMCG segment also, right? So it's head over to 80. Watch out for profit booking. Watch out for profit booking, and this is the level of retracement that you can expect on FMCG. Cool. So this is the levels, right? So and yeah, these are the stock analysis. So if you have any analysis, we can do it, or we can wrap the session. Anybody, any doubts, any analysis, just head over and you can ask me. Cool, super, all good, I think so. Okay, I sincerely respect to all those people who are in the webinar and on YouTube. Thank you for registering. I am trying to again come back up with the open member connect after migrating to the website. There are consistent backend issues being popping up, and we are trying to solve it. And yes, every Sunday we'll try to have an open member analysis here with our community, and that will be telecasted, broadcasted right onto the YouTube page. Cool. So yes, that's it for today, and I need to say this: we are not SEBI registered, so please do consult your financial advisor before investing or trading. Thank you folks for joining.
Thank you, Prasanna.
Yeah, thank you, Suresh.